In this video, we're going to be making it so the tail of the snake actually grows when it hits the goal, and actually the goal object will change its position. So you can see that both those things happen. Sorry about the stuttering. It has something to do with how I'm doing the screen recording. The game itself is actually fully functional and fine. Here, I'll do it one more time so you can see it actually happens. So the tail length continues to increase as we hit the goal more and more. Alright, and it's fairly simple to do that. This is going to be the start of kind of working on collisions. So head over to your snake object. We're going to edit snake, goal, and game panel in this tutorial. So this is video 5, and so you can look for video 5 to-dos. One thing you want to do is implement the increase speed method under the snake class. And all this method's job is to increase the variable that keeps track of whatever the speed is. So the idea is that this is going to be called over in game panel, like when the snake hits the goal, increase the speed. So you should have a speed variable at this point that dictates how much your x and y variables are being incremented each time through the loop. And so all you need to do is just do if speed is less than max speed, increase the speed, or conversely you could do like or less than or equal to, or you could do you can do it kind of however you want. You can say like increase the speed, and if the speed is greater than the max speed, set the speed to max speed, something like that. Then you want to implement this increase tail method, and again, all this does is every time the snake hits the goal object, we just add a value to tail to the tail length variable. So this method should increase the tail length by some number. You can choose. It's arbitrary. 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. It'll be kind of ridiculous if you go much higher than that, but I get that people like to do ridiculous things when they're programming. Also, in video 5 for this video, we want to be able to tell other classes what our position is in space, and so we'll use a rectangle object to do that. All this method should do is return a rectangle that represents the current position of the snake. So that would be like instead of rectangle 0, 0, 0, 0, you can just do a rectangle at 0, y, size, and that returns at any given time the current position, or a rectangle that represents the current position of the snake. So over in goal, if you didn't already, you need to implement this got_hit method. And again, I believe I talked to you about this in an earlier video, but this method just needs to take in a rectangle, and all it should do is return true if the rectangle parameter intersects with a rectangle that represents the goal object. So you want to create a new rectangle like called myRect or goalRect or something, and then do an if check. If goalRect.intersects R, return true, else return false, something like that. Finally, over in the game panel, we need to go into the check collisions method, which you can navigate to however you like. I'll just use the outline. So under check collisions, for video 5, you'll see you have it to do. You should implement this method such that if the snake hits the goal, you increase the snake's speed and tail length and reset the x and y positions of the goal object. So you'll remember that the goal should have a set x and y method that you can just call the goal.set x and y. And you should call two other methods for the snake.increase speed and the snake.increase tail length or whatever. So this is again just like a simple if check, and all you're going to do is send the goal object the snake rectangle. Does that make sense? So you have a goal method called got_hit that needs an R, and it returns a Boolean. So over in game panel, you say if the goal.got_hit and send it the snake's rectangle, then you do those three things: increase the snake's speed and tail, and reset the x and y position of the goal. And that's it for this video. And once you do that, you should have a snake that increases its tail length, and a goal that resets, and a snake that speeds up, and it should be getting close to a game.